This is what I wanted. Permission to give the one plate. When you know that there are Bak Chor Mee this good, then it puts into perspective where you want to spend your money and your calories. Or when米pok 都要，谢谢啊。
坐一下。
好，谢谢。坐。
你坐一下，我拿。
坐那边。谢谢。谢谢。Welcome back, and today we are in the south, starting with a legend. With most Singaporean hawker foods, there's always like a legend. In laksa it was jungle, in chicken rice it was suiki, and in Bak Chor Mee is this lady called Siong, who recently just passed, but she leaves behind a legacy. I am not too sure what sets her style of Bak Chor Mee apart. I'm gonna find out very soon, but very apparently, we have our first thick cut pork liver. They have just like shades of pink on the outside. This is beautiful. Now, before the noodles deteriorate any further, let's get into it. Hey Google, play Legends Never Die. Sorry about that. Off your Google already. The best pork liver I've had. Not just in this series, but probably ever. Super impressive that it is 5 times thicker than the usual pork liver, but the texture is better. When you bite in, it is so buttery. It's probably a little bit of an overstatement to call this a bite, because it is so soft. It's really creamy, as anyone who has had this will tell you, and that iron taste from the liver is controlled really well. It does not come on too strong. As a topping, it really gives a porky punch to the noodles, which is much needed because while it's not implied that porkiness is in the name Bak Chor Mee, I think it's a very important part of the flavor profile. Then we move on to the noodles. I love the sauce base. In my opinion, this is the most correct one. If I imagine a Bak Chor Mee, I would imagine the taste something like this. The sambal is even, there is vinegar, there is saltiness, sauce coats on well, and more importantly, as you can probably see, the lard and the shallot oil is abundant. Especially the shallot oil, I think it does a lot to give the flavors longevity. You don't feel like anything else is too much. It gives that fragrance to make everything lighter. And then you combine it with this soup, with all these ingredients inside. Nice sweet porky flavor with the taste of the liver actually seeping out. But if you ignore that, this is closer to like a home steamboat kind of soup. Very all-rounded kind of sweetness, which I love with these noodles. But there are misses. I had 5 pieces of thick cut pork liver and 1 piece flew too close to the sun. You want the pork liver to be like this, medium well. You don't want it to be like this, which technically is a food safety hazard. You want the internal temperature to be 74 degrees according to authorities, which then you can assume is actually 4 degrees lower. But you shouldn't see medium rare, which I don't mind. I rather they go for excellence and make mistakes than not to try at all. Are we still talking about pork liver? But other than that, no miss. For those of you who are new here, things that are average, not good, not bad, I will not talk about it. Like the noodle texture. Definitely not soggy or overcooked, but not cute enough for me to bring it up. Alright, let's move on to our next place, just across the street. Hello. 招牌米pok 吃。都要，谢谢。Okay, thank you. We are now at 25. And I know I said I love expensive hawker food, but maybe not so serious 9, 11, 13 Bak Chor Mee. Damn. And I got their 9, which will look like the max option in any other place. We got thick cut liver, we got thick cut pork, we got hekiao or fish dumplings, we got fish maw, and obviously this really intense soup. I'm excited. The noodles also look really gao, with 2 pieces of flat fish that are perfectly flat. I have learned that expensive flatfish are nice and flat, while cheap ones tend to curl. The reason being, expensive ones are dried nicely in the factory, whereas cheap ones are a little bit more Alibaba, so they'll like leave it out in the sun to dry, thus the uneven shrinking. Something I read, I'm not sure if it's true, but anyway. I'll drink. Why you last episode so shy to give one plate? Just give ah. What a soup. I wanted a sweet cleansing soup. Nah. This is a sweet, dirty soup. It is so rich with the flavor of pork. It is actually reminiscent of a top quality zhu zha tang, but not as straightforward. It's very porky, yet countered with teapot powder, and then there's some black pepper inside, maybe some chili oil, and a lot of thyme. This is a base that I would expect for ramen. Why are you so shy to give one plate to MSG soup when this is the ceiling? And then in addition, you have all these toppings. You have Teow, repel, these slices of pork cooked to tender, thick cut liver, which, by the way, this is $9 eh. I get 3 pieces of repel, 2 thick cut liver, 3 slices of meat, 2 huge Teow. Like, this is more than enough. It's $9 Bak Chor Mee, but it's worth it. And then we go on to the noodles. I'm very tempted to say that they made their own noodles. The egginess is exceptional and great texture as well. However, I wasn't able to savor the best of it. Can you do me a favor and pull up your Instagram or gallery and search for a photo of their noodles? Does my bowl today have way more sambal? Because all I taste is sambal. I think they were a little too heavy-handed on it today. And it's a pity because I know if you push the sambal aside, I know the rest of the base is really good. Very complementary to the noodles. But you really have to like fight off the sambal. This can qualify perfectly as a la jiao mian. And then, while their pork liver is way better than the rest, it is not better than the one we just had. And I'm not sure why. The iron taste is just a little bit stronger. It is just a little bit bitter. I'm very tempted to say that Siong had some sort of treatment to the pork liver before blanching it, but that seems unlikely as well. I don't think anybody does that. I'm also tempted to say that maybe this one is cooked just like 2 seconds more, where it starts to feel a little bit more chalky. Doneness of steak is overrated. Medium, medium rare, rare, nobody cares. But here, 7 seconds differentiates food poisoning to overcooked chalkiness. This wouldn't be a miss if I didn't just come from Siong. But alas, my experience from doing all these series is telling me that I won't encounter a better soup this series. I hope I'm wrong. Let's find out at our final place today. 一个招牌面干，是的，米爆，要，谢谢，谢谢。We are now at Juche, at Jalan Tua Kong Lao Lim, the Art of Mee Pok. This is yet another legend. The same story with Katong, where you get so good at the dish. People identify your dish via the street name. And like many of you would know, there are a lot of variants. You know, some are disciples, some are copying the name, who can tell. But we are here at the most agreed upon one. I have to say, first looks, it looks quite regular. Perhaps with the exception of bean sprouts, taugeh. So, let's give this a go. Can I be mean? Can or no? Can? You say one, huh? We start with the good parts. Decent sambal. Very, very shrimpy. Very appetizing, very easy to eat. You get a good amount of frills as well. 2 small prawns. 1 fish ball, 1 fuzo fish ball, I believe. This is a fish ball mixed with other stuff. And some sliced meats. Passable amount of lard and shallot oil. Very acceptable bowl of bak chor mee. But we haven't come across an unacceptable one yet, right? We do have prawns. but I'm like 75% sure this came frozen and prepared already. It's characterless. In contrast to fancy, I said I expected a prawn 3 times smaller. This is, if you count by volume, I think 5. And then coming from the previous place, the difference in soup, I think literally cannot be more different. You are talking about the most endgame soup versus the most instant one. Can you even see the dots of bak chor that this is supposed to have? Those of you watching this on your, how big is your smart TV? 60 inch? Can you all see? I'm doing this in real time and I think I can count the pigments. And all this is for $7 eh. You all know I'm okay with paying more, but this is nowhere near the value. And don't try to swindle me with the 2 prawns. This might be cheaper than meatballs. And then as the coup de grace, I was unlucky enough to spot this. Please be advised that customers are not permitted to open or use electrical power in our shop or premises. It's perfectly acceptable for them to do this, but it just shows the mentality behind it. How kiam are you? What are your customers gonna do? Charge phone, right? Charging phone for 1 hour, assuming they even stay here for 1 hour, costs you not 6 cents, but 0.6 cents. They're not gonna bring down their washing machine and wash their clothes here, right? Sorry, I know it's not a fair thing to bring into food, but I only bring it up because it is reflecting in the dish. These noodles are overpriced, and not even giving that 0.6 cents shows like I'm here to make money. I don't know if I'm biased yet. Maybe it's unlucky that they are in the same episode as what might be 2 of the top 5 Bak Chor Mees in the series. Alright, let's wrap it up. I'll see you guys at the cafe. We are now at Kazo, a Taiwanese cafe, and I ordered their 玫瑰玫瑰我爱你. It's not a meme, man. They really, the Taiwanese and their drink names, man, made me blush in front of the counter. I actually couldn't say the name. Can I get the rose drink? But anyway, what are the chances we have 2 rose lattes back to back? If it means anything, the one at Simplicity is better. The bandung taste in this is a little bit more perfumey, more air freshener, but still not bad. More importantly, recap, what a strong episode. If we had a tournament, right, of tandem Bak Chor Mee per region, that means 2 Bak Chor Mees from Jurong, 2 Bak Chor Mees from Admiralty, you're not beating Bukit Merah. Or at least I think so. Maybe Lavender has a chance, but even then it wouldn't be straightforward. It's hard to beat Rong at the liver. The ideal thickness and doneness. Any thicker and it gets a bit much, even for a liver lover. It's kind of like having too much foie gras. Cooked a little more and it loses its creaminess. Cook a little less and this is what you'll see. As of now, I cannot imagine a better liver. The only way to beat it is consistency. And then, it's hard to beat 25 at the soup. That porky tipo flavor is actually the perfect representation of a Bak Chor Mee soup, using the 2 pillars of flavors in this dish. For $9, they spoil you with good toppings, most of them, if not all of them, made by themselves, all served and kept warm by the soup. The sambal thing, heng sui. Maybe they don't like me, I don't know. You all might not know this, but people actually hate food content creators. But I'm confident that your bowl will be very nice, judging from what I saw on Google Maps. This is what I wanted. Permission to give the 1 plate. When you know that there are Bak Chor Mee this good, then it puts into perspective where you want to spend your money and your calories. Or where not to. 1 plate I'll walk for the Bak Chor Mee, 2 plates I'll take a bus for the Bak Chor Mee, and 3 plates I'll go anywhere in the city for the Bak Chor Mee. And the Bak Chor Mees today get 331. I grew up in Singapore. I had hundreds of plates of Bak Chor Mee by now. And yet today, I had 2 bowls that showed me something I've never seen before. What a blessing, what a blessing. Are there better ones or more special ones than this? If there are, I'm gonna start feeling like a tourist. I guess we'll find out next week in the north. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!